What's going on? Oh, those horns are. This intake is pretty incredible. To think I'd see a child of the 7 deadly sins house. If you're an applicant, state your house and identity. House bears, Renee. And this is my guard who'll be admitting along with me. Oof. A half-demon as a bodyguard? The 7 deadly sins house sure has lowered its standards. Enough. I will not stand by and watch you insult the bear's house any further. Ahem, we don't discriminate against the identity of the applicants, so let's forget about what I just said. Give me your house and identity. House Pixie, Adele. Your registration is complete. Show up on the day of the entrance exam. During the human-demon war, the half-demons were stronger and fought with the humans, so it's natural that they feel hostile towards the half-demons. I'm angry, but it can't be helped. Alright, Lady Renee, we need to get accommodations now. This looks clean enough. The taverns here are too old. It can't be helped because we don't have money. The 10 gold that Crete gave will barely be enough for 2 of us to live on for a month. Because of the war's aftermath, house bears have become poor, so I couldn't ask for more. Shall we go in, then? Welcome. Is there a room for 2 people to stay in for 2 days? Yes, there is. Storekeeper asked. Will you be in the same room as the person beside you? Renee started to blush upon hearing this. Adele then replied, no, please give us separate rooms. Oh, okay. 2 rooms for 2 days, including meals, would come up to a total of 2 gold. The rooms will be on the 2nd floor. This much is 200,000 won in human currency. It isn't too bad. I'll go up first. I'll bring up the luggage soon. Lady Renee, please have a good rest. She nodded, and say, you too. She's always lived in a huge mansion, so it must be her first time sleeping in a place like this. Well, she'll probably get used to it soon, though. Time for me to rest up for the next 2 days too. Applicants, please head inside and follow the instructions. There are so many people. I wonder if there are at least 100 people here. To think there are so many applicants signing up to defeat humans. I must be careful to not get my identity exposed. From this point onwards, please present your ID and board in order. A train? I didn't expect that. They say multiple maze-like dimensional gates have been set up to block intruders. Only by taking the train can one come to Saitan. To think that enormous fortress we saw from the outside was just a part of this place. Just, how big is this place? We will be arriving at Saitan shortly, brace for impact. We've finally arrived. Applicants, follow the guide and enter the auditorium where the exam will be held. Wow, it's huge. It feels overwhelming. There are mostly young demons here. I wonder if there are other heirs of the 7 deadly sins house here. Those people aren't students. From their outfits, they seem to be instructors. Maybe if I make a good impression on them, life here might become a bit easier. Time's up. It was clearly daytime before. Is this some kind of magical effect? What kind of exam will it be? Then suddenly someone shout, silence. She then say, welcome to Saitan, you bunch of brainless idiots fools. Let's see how many of you are eager to die this year. Ha, I can't believe just her voice alone carries this much pressure. Well, enough small talk. Let's begin the entrance exam immediately. Lady Renee, she replied, you focus on the exam. The headmaster has such a twisted taste, don't you think? Well, no matter how talented you are, if your mental strength is weak, it's useless. There's a reason Headmaster Lucian personally oversees the first stage of the entrance exam, which is called the mental endurance test. It's to verify whether applicants can withstand interrogation and keep secrets if captured by humans. It's been 5 minutes, and almost no one is left standing. That's enough for now. Aside from those 8 over there, everyone's down. I had high expectations because there were so many applicants. Well, about 40% lasted more than 5 minutes. Compared to the last intake, that's a lot. That's a relief. They say this intake includes all the heirs of the 7 deadly sins house. Looks like the rumors were true. Now that you mention it, that's true. But wait, who is that kid? He doesn't seem to be one of the 7 deadly sins heirs, and yet he's stayed sane for almost 10 minutes. But he probably won't last much longer. Wait, something feels off. Every professor started to notice MC. That's dangerous. We must kill him here. He didn't seem that special, but suddenly, the air around him changed. An emotionless killing intent, just like what one would have when picking flowers or killing insects. Not the primitive killing intent of regular beasts, but that of the worst murderers. Suddenly, the attention of every instructor turned to him, and my body reacted before I realized. Damn it, I'm feeling nervous when I'm up against a mere new applicant. I'm going to lose my mind soon. I need to figure out a way to endure. Wait, maybe if it's my killing intent, it might be enough to go against that girl's aura. I have no other choice. You're holding out pretty well. Should I increase the intensity? A bit more? Just a bit more. She was surprised. It really did work. Now it feels much better. How's Renee? She's holding out pretty well, as expected. The heirs of the 7 deadly sins are also holding out pretty well. Hair of envy, Baltan. Hair of lust, Prone. Hair of gluttony, Samuel. Hair of sloth, Aaron. Hair of greed, Gore. Some of the characters were written with genuine affection, but they're all fated to be killed by the main character's party. 6 of them, including Renee. What? That long, white hair. Red eyes and brown crown of thorns. There's no mistaking it. That's the demonic realm's worst villain in the future. The Demon Lord. Hair of Wrath, Diana. Alright, that's the end of the first exam. The Demon King is traditionally from the family of Wrath, so there's no reason for her to be here. A successor to the Demon Lord came to Saitan as an applicant. Did something that I'm not aware of happen? Someone then shout, I failed. No way. And say, what kind of exam is this? Do you even know who my father is? One teacher then grabbed a student's head, then say, I couldn't care less about what your father does. Do you understand? Don't make me repeat myself. Those who couldn't even hold out for 5 minutes in the first exam are not needed here. Those who failed are now dismissed. Close the gates. Saitan really is merciless. I guess I passed, thankfully. Now that I think about it, that girl is Saitan's headmaster. I recognized her from somewhere. She's one of the strongest in the demonic realm, despite her cute appearance. Lujian, headmaster of Saitan. I was lucky enough to pass the first exam, but I need to be more cautious because I could fail at any moment, since fewer people will pass the second exam. Amazing. You must be Renee. You mean the combat genius of the Bears family? Renee seems popular. I guess that makes sense since they're heirs of the 7 deadly sins, and they withstood the headmaster's overwhelming killing intent. But why isn't anyone paying attention to me? I was also able to withstand it. You passed as well, Adele. Yes, I was able to pass it. But I guess I should be satisfied that I gave an impression that I'm not an ordinary applicant. I'm sure the instructors and the headmaster will remember me. Attention! I will introduce myself. My name is Aries, and I am the instructor in charge of teaching you. Whoa, he looks like he would carry around a sashimi knife in his inner pocket. Congratulations on passing the first exam for your mental strength. It was a test to see if you could maintain sanity in a situation where you are tortured by humans in the future. Also, the 8 applicants who held out until the end will receive extra points. And if you also perform just as well in the second exam, you will be allowed to enter the weaponry. The weaponry? So lucky. Thank God I decided to hold out until the end. And I can sense the envy from everyone else. Now, I will explain the second exam to you. In the second exam, you will be showing us your abilities. In particular, you will be showing us what talents and weapons you can use against humans. The class you are assigned to may depend on this exam, so keep that in mind. He must mean that we'll be assigned to the appropriate class depending on what weapons and talents we use. Anyway, I wonder what kind of human we will be going against. Your assignment for the second exam, as well as the human you will be facing, is this. Hold on, isn't that the strongest hero among the heads of the 6 great families?